What is up, FEG fam? Welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, I thought it would be really fun to go ahead and talk about a few of the weapons that I believe will work really well with Yae Miko. This is just based off of my subjective opinion on what I can see on paper, and I thought this video might be helpful for some of you that may be unsure what catalyst or what weapon to go ahead and place on her. Now, before we jump into it, there are a few disclaimers. First and foremost, this is my subjective opinion based off of what I can see right now. So when we officially obtain this character and we use her in game, my opinion may change based off of that, but as of right now, this is what I'm thinking and this is what I think will work best. Secondly, if I don't mention a particular weapon that you think will work really well with Yae Miko, let me know in the comments down below. I want to get you guys engaged on this video also, so I would love to see what you have to say. Go ahead and comment down below. Also, if you enjoyed the video and found it a little helpful, go ahead and drop a like. It helps out way more than you even know. And if you enjoy the content, go ahead and sub, join the FBG family. We would love to have you stick around. With that out of the way, let's go ahead and jump straight into it. So of course, with patch 2.5, we're going to be having Yae Miko's applicable weapon come alongside her, as well as a brand new 4-star. Now I'm going to get this one out of the way really quickly. The brand new 5-star weapon that will be coming alongside Yae Miko, her applicable one, is obviously going to be the best one for her, right? Just based off of the passive, the substat, it just synergizes way too well with her kit, like most applicable weapons do with said character. And so this is the one that you're going to want to go ahead and place on her. So if you're wondering which one's the best one, obviously it's going to be the most applicable one, the best in slot, the one that's going to be coming alongside her. Now for the brand new 4-star weapon that's going to be coming as well, this one seems to be interesting and I think will work well also because the passive is going to be increasing the energy recharge after you use an elemental skill, which is going to be really nice for Yae Miko because we all know she has a high energy cost. So if you can get more energy back by simply using an elemental skill, that's always going to be really useful. And we all know that with Yae Miko, using her elemental skill is something that you're going to be doing quite often anyways. So this is going to be a nice 4-star that you can place on her if you happen to go ahead and pick it up and you build it up and you go ahead and want to try it. Now moving on from there, there are a few other 5-stars that I did want to go ahead and mention. One of them being the Skyward Atlas. Now the reason why I think the Skyward Atlas would be pretty good on Yae Miko is because the substats attack, which is nice, but then we take a look at the passive, which increases elemental damage bonus by 12%. We all know with Yae Miko where the bulk of her damage is going to be coming from, at least on paper from what we can see, is going to be from her elemental skill and her elemental burst. We know her elemental burst is shaping up to be a literal nuke, and then her elemental skill is actually looking really good, so that elemental damage bonus is going to be nice. And then of course the normal attack hits have a 50% chance to earn the favor of the clouds. That is besides the point. We're really looking at that increased elemental damage bonus. So if you have a Skyward Atlas, you have some refinement ranks on it, you have it built up already, and that's the only 5-star that you have, and you're not able to go for the applicable one, then that might not be a bad one to go ahead and place on her. Also, the next one I wanted to speak about was the Lost Prayer to the Sacred Winds. Now we do have the substat of crit rate, which is really nice, but the passive is looking to be very interesting as well. So it increases movement speed by 10%, and then when you're in battle, gain an 8% elemental damage bonus for every 4 seconds. So, and you have a max of 4 stacks. Now that is going to be extremely beneficial for Yae Miko, and I think the Lost Prayer to the Sacred Winds is actually going to be a sneaky good option for your Yae Miko. Once again, especially if you have it already built up and if you have some refinement ranks on it, it's going to be nice. I think it's going to work out really well, and I think that's one that you can place on her and it worked perfectly fine. Now the next one that I did want to go ahead and talk about is the Hakushin ring. Now, I do apologize if I mispronounce, my apologies. But we do have the substat of energy recharge, and we spoke about that before, where that's going to be a really beneficial stat to have because of the high energy cost. But if we take a look at the passive as well, after the character equipped with this weapon triggers an electro-elemental reaction, which is naturally something you're going to be doing, nearby party members of an elemental type involved in the elemental reaction receive a 10% elemental damage bonus for their element, lasting 6 seconds. So this is going to be leaning more towards the supportive side, but if you pair Yae Miko with, let's say for example, a Raiden Shogun, this is going to be really nice because you then switch into the Raiden Shogun, and then that elemental burst is just going to hit that much harder. So I actually like this 4-star weapon, and it could be an option for you if you want to go ahead and place it on your Yae Miko. Now, the next 4-star weapon I'm going to go ahead and talk about is one that I believe is on everybody's radar, and rightfully so, and that's the Widsith. So the reason why is because you have the substat of crit damage, which is incredible. But if you take a look at the passive, when the character takes a field, they will gain a random theme song for 10 seconds. This can occur only once every 30 seconds, and then the first one is attack is increased by 60%. That is phenomenal. The second one increases all elemental damage by 48%. I think when you place the Widsith on your Yae Miko, you're going to be banking and hoping for the second one to happen each and every time. And then the third one, elemental mastery, is increased by 240. No matter which one you get, it's going to be really good. But once again, I think you're going to be fishing for the second one. And if you can get that second one to proc, you are going to be doing a tremendous amount of damage. It's actually going to be pretty incredible. And that's why the Widsith is going to work out really well. The only thing about it is with the substat being crit damage, and then I believe the Ascension level up is going to be crit damage on Yae Miko. You're definitely going to want to make sure you have enough crit rate for your Yae Miko just to ratio it out. But that's besides the point, and I digress. This is going to be a phenomenal 4-star weapon, I believe, on paper for your Yae Miko. And if you've been playing the game for quite some time, you may already even have this R5 built up and ready to go. So it's a great option for you. The last one that I really want to speak about that I would recommend placing on your Yae Miko if you have it available is the Solar Pearl, which is the Battle Pass weapon that you can get in the Battle Pass. And the reason being is because the substat is crit rate, which is going to be nice for that ratio. But then the passive is normal attack hits increase elemental skill and elemental burst damage by 20% for 6 seconds. That is amazing because, of course, like I mentioned, with Yae Miko, the elemental skill and elemental burst damage is going to be the bread and butter. So this is going to play into that really nicely. But likewise, elemental skill or elemental burst hits increase normal attack damage by 20% for 6 seconds. So I don't recommend you normal attacking with Yae Miko all that often, but if you want to leave her out there on the field and try and make her a main DPS as best as possible, I think the Solar Pearl might be the weapon that you place on her to try and make that happen, because no matter what you're doing, you're going to be increasing your damage either way. And that's why I always like this one on Klee in particular, because of that reason. So this might be one of those options for you if you're trying to just leave your Yae Miko out on the field and just try and have her do all the damage for you. Whether you're doing elemental skills or elemental bursts, or if you're just normal attacking, this is a, I think, sneaky good option once again for you. So those are the weapons, or catalysts I should say, that I am looking at that I would recommend you placing on your Yae Miko just based off of your account and what you have available to you, right? Everybody's account is different. Everybody has different weapons available to them. And those are the ones that I would recommend if you're looking for different options to place. With that being said, I do have some honorable mentions that I did want to go ahead and provide you just in case you were wanting to try something a little outside the box. So the first one I did want to go ahead and mention is the Dodoko Tails. Now the reason being, we have the substat of attack, but normal attack hits on opponents increase charge attack damage by 16% for 6 seconds. Charge attack hits on opponents increase attack by 8% for 6 seconds. This might actually be really good because if you may or may not know, with Yae Miko, the charge attack is actually looking to be a viable option for you to be able to do some damage with Yae Miko outside of the elemental skill and elemental burst, because it has multiple hits and the scaling is not bad on it. So with the Dodoko Tails on there, you might actually make the charge attack be a viable option when attacking. So this is an interesting option and one that you can try out. Definitely one I might try out on my Yae Miko and see how it works. Now, another honorable mention that I did want to go ahead and throw out there is the Mappa Mare. Now, the substat is Elemental Mastery, but the passive is triggering an elemental reaction, grants an 8% elemental damage bonus for 10 seconds. Want to boost the elemental damage just a little bit more, you can then go ahead and use the Mappa Mare. with your elemental skill and elemental burst and try and just do some more damage. It has a max of 2 stacks, so that is another honorable mention I did want to go ahead and throw out there as well. So those are the ones that I would mention. Now, the 3-star Thrilling Tales of Dragon Slayers, I will say, is also an option if you want to have your Yae Miko be more on the supportive side. But once again, not really one I would recommend because of the substat being HP, and it's just, there are far better options once again. Anyways, guys, these are the weapons that I just recommend. These are the ones that I'm eyeing myself to go ahead and place on Yae Miko and try out. And I want to get your thoughts and opinions on all of this down in the comments below. Once again, let me know what you guys think. Let me know how you feel about these. And also let me know which ones you're going to be trying on your Yae Miko. Anyways, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here. I hope you enjoyed. And once again, I hope it was a little informative for you and helped you to make a decision on what you're going to do. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day today. Remember to stand out, be different, have fun, go further beyond in literally everything that you do. My name is Cody. I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.